What is up, Jefferson? We're going to use Photoshop on a PC for the first time. From start to finish, I want to see how quickly I can get Freaky Fruit done. So here we go. Are you ready? I hope so. So I'm looking for Apple. I go to where? I go to Images. I like this one. That looks cool. Applesfromnewyork.com. I click on it. Let's experiment with this. The checkers in the background tell me it's a transparent image. That means there should be a clear background. So if I put this apple on a blue background, the blue will show through. Let's see if it works. I'm going to right click on the image itself, save image as, let's call it Happy Apple. And we want to save it where? We want to save it on the desktop. Boom. Now, I've also looked for an image called Smiley. It should work. I just wanted to show you how to find a picture and how to save it. Let's go into Photoshop and see how it works. Double click Photoshop, File, Open. We want to go to the desktop. Yeah. And we're looking for Happy Apple. Double click. This is not a transparent image. I got to keep looking. I'll be back in a minute. Let's talk about contrast for a minute. We want there to be a big difference between whatever the fruit is and whatever the eyeballs are, or the lips, or whatever kind of face you're putting on it. These are prunes, aren't they gorgeous? The contrast here is a little bit better. We can see the whites of the eyes and then the blues of the eyes too, but there's still a lot of white in the fruit itself. So if you have a picture like this, see if you can find a background picture where the fruit's darker, because you don't want to have to squint to see what you're looking at. The eyeballs here you can kind of see well, but the eyeballs here you can hardly see at all. If there's a lot of white in the eyes and there's a lot of white on the fruit, it's not high contrast, and you'll need to change one of your pictures. I would find a fruit that is darker. When you bring each picture in, I want you to go to File and then Open. Go to your desktop. I found one called Apple. I've saved it. Notice how the background is white. That is what we want. Now let's put a face on it. File, Open. Always do File Open. Don't do File New. And I'm looking for something called Smiley. There it is. This is gorgeous. Fourth button down. If you look, you can click on, if it's already set for the magic wand, you can click on that. If it's set for the other one, it won't let me. All right. If it's set for another tool, if you click on the arrow in the corner, it usually gives you choices. You want the one called the magic wand. We're going to click in the checkered part. Hopefully this one will work, and it does. I'll show you how you know that. Click in the checks. Now, right now, you'll see the ants are marching all around the eyebrows and the eyes and my little mouth, and the ants are marching all around the corners. That will mean it will select everything except the eyebrows and the eyes and the smiley. We want the face and the face only to be chosen. So if you go up to Select, Inverse, Select Inverse, Select Inverse, Select Inverse. Watch what happens to the ants around the corners. They go away. It will select everything inside of the marching ants. So it will select the two eyebrows, the two eyeballs, and the smiley face. So if we click on the Move tool, which is your compass, right? Click anywhere inside the eyeballs and you can move them. Go up to the apple. Just hold it over the word apple, the name of the file. Bring it down and let go. Now, this happens a lot. This is quite large. How can you shrink the eyeballs down to put it on the apple? Because the eyeballs are like way wicked huge, and the apple is small. Try Control T. When that happens, you'll get your little boxes so you can shrink it. I'm just going to click and drag it down until I get the corner, because the corner will allow me to shrink it, move it, keep shrinking it until it fits. Then I'm going to put it on my apple. A lot of people make it like way big. Sometimes it's cute if the eyebrows stick over the top, but when the mouth doesn't fit on the fruit, dude, you're doing it wrong. So shrink that puppy down, make it fit. I like to play with it See how big I can make it. Now, if you go over the corners, if you go to any of these corners, you see the swivel tool, that little curvy thing? You can move it sideways if you want. Want to make them a little crooked? That's all right with me. But don't have anything hanging off the face unless you have a really good reason to do that. This looks good. Am I done? I think I am. Hang tight. Make sure you're on your background layer. If you're on the layer with just the smiley, you don't want to send just the smiley. You want to send the whole thing. So I go to the background layer, and then I go to File, and then I go to Export, and then I want to quick export as PNG. Let's call it Smiling Apple. Oh, I forgot to do something. Why don't I sign my name to it? Steve Epler, space dash space, Smiling Apple. So you've got your name on it and you capitalize the first letter. And then you tell me what it is. Click on save, but not until you send it to where? Your desktop. Once that is done, open up your email. New email. I think you do compose, right? But if you send a new email to who? Steven.Hepler@fwcs.k12.in.us. That's right. So as your subject again, make sure you put your name. Steve Hepler. It was Apple something, wasn't it? Yeah, that's good enough. Then attach the file. Smiling Apple. That's what we want. Then click send, and guess what? This is it from start to finish. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.